Hi Flosstube, it is Mandy coming to you with another video here and on Instagram. You can find me at StitchingBee82. I hope all is doing well. I know this is definitely a crazy time right now with basically the world shutting down, so I do wish everyone well. Hope you're staying busy, staying home, and getting lots of stitching and Flosstube in. I am joined today by little Miss Stitches. She probably won't stay here for long, but say hi, Stitches. She's definitely been keeping me well entertained and keeping me company, so I don't know what I would be doing right now if I didn't have her keeping me here, keeping me company. So definitely loving the cuddles and the chasing of her tail. That has become her favorite pastime lately. So it's so funny to watch her do it. And of course she has to do it on the back of the couch. Why not on the floor? I don't know. It's hilarious. But yeah, just definitely wish everyone well and hope you're staying busy and staying home and stitching. So today I've got a handful of whips to show you. I have a new start and finish and got some Needleminders that I have purchased. So why don't we just go ahead and dive right into it. On Instagram, you can follow the hashtag #BeWellAndStitch. There have been hundreds of, it seems, I know it's over 100 at this point, but there are so many designers that are releasing freebies to keep everyone stitching. It's definitely giving a lot of compassion and just, you know, wishing everyone well, keeping you busy, and just these really heartwarming pieces that are, you know, making sure that you realize that you're not alone. So there's definitely a lot out there. So again, follow the hashtag #BeWellAndStitch. So the one that I have finished is by a designer called Kitsy Cross Stitch. I'll put the link to Instagram name down below. And just fell in love with it right from the get-go, and decided that it was a perfect piece to use a color and cotton. So this is color and cotton Enchanted. So just really, really pretty blue, light variegated, but it's subtle, but it's really, really pretty. And I used my piece of Picture This Plus in Confetti that I showed a video or two ago, just in my purchases. So this is Be Well and Stitch by, again, it's Kitsy Cross Stitch. So very pretty. Just, and that light is washing that out, so we'll try to hold it over here a little bit. Needleminder is one that I made. A girlfriend gave me a necklace that didn't quite fit, and so I turned it into a needleminder. And so, again, that is just so pretty. Again, I used the thread, color, and cotton in Enchanted. So, and this stitched up in, I believe, 2 days. I think I had maybe like 3, there we go, 3 sessions, I guess, if you will, of sitting down and stitching. So nice little piece that I've got perfect space to do something else. No clue how I'm gonna finish it, but maybe I'll go ahead and get it finished and do a little hangy piece so I can maybe hang it on my desk once I get back to work. So just a little refreshing piece. So just on that note, I am working from home, so thankfully, I know I mentioned it in my last video, our company did a great job in getting us set up on our own computers, so we are able to work from home. I've been home now since March 17th. I've gone out a couple of times just to go grab some groceries and that really quick, but otherwise I've been staying home, and by the number of whips here, I've been stitching. So yeah, definitely loving it. So the next piece is Compassion Mantra from Ardith Designs. I showed it to you last time. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Sending out love, kindness, and compassion with every stitch. Again, this was one of those love at first sight designs, and with it being all charted in one color, I knew that another color and cotton thread would be perfect for it. I am finding, though, that I don't know that I'm going to have enough thread on this, and I left it up here. Sorry about that. I don't know that I'm necessarily going to have enough of just this one color, so I may have to just pull out some other color and cotton, see if I can find something that'll be a good companion piece for it. So this is Wildberry. So it doesn't really look all that variegated, but it's stitching up really well. Some subtle variegation on it. I am stitching this on a piece of 14 count black Aida. I am doing 2/1 full cross, and I'm doing each X individually as I go. As I'm stitching and looking at it, it looks like I can see some variegation coming out. It's subtle again, but it's really pretty. I just took it off the hoop this morning, so it's really wrinkly. But I have the word compassion stitched, and then I have kind started. Last time you saw this, I had, I think, just the K-I, and then maybe like C-O-M, maybe C-O-M-P, something like that. And so just this morning, actually, I just finished up compassion. So I'm loving it. It's definitely fun stitching in black. I've all this light that's coming in is coming from my sliding glass door, and so I'm just basically sitting on the couch facing the door so that I got the light coming in behind me so that I can see the holes a lot easier. So, and of course now my cat's decided that now's the time to be wild and crazy. So she's running around here. So I love that piece. Of course I love all of my stitching. I don't know how I wouldn't stitch on something if I didn't love it, right? So the next piece that I decided to pick up, yesterday I couldn't decide what I wanted to work on. I think I did 1 or 2 letters of this compassion piece yesterday. Decided I was done working on black for a while. Wasn't quite sure what else I wanted to pick up. So I finally settled on Brocade Boulevard by StoneStreet Stitchworks. All the S's get me tongue-tied. So this is what it looks like. I just have the PDF on my iPad, so picture from there. And I've got this house all done except for the roof. I've got the middle house all done. I showed that in my first video in my whip parade, so I've just been working on this piece here. So, beautiful project bag that I have here. I bought this on Stash Unload, Tula, I believe. I love it. A woman by the name of Shirley sells on there. I've got a couple of her project bags, so really nice work that she does. So here's my Brocade Boulevard. I am doing this on a piece of 18 count cream Aida. This is all of the called for colors. The house is in purple. The called for is to use DMC 154 and 839 as a blend. I decided I didn't want to deal with a blend, and I love the purple as it is. So, yeah, some of the colors, yeah. So you can see I did use the 839 as it calls for on the inner detail that's darker. I think it's 839. But definitely left the purple from there, and I got that all filled in. So I do still have to do the roof, but otherwise that is all done. I'm just loving this piece. It is coming out so pretty. It's just one of those things that I wanted to stitch. No plans to finish it or anything of that nature. I'm just enjoying the process of stitching it. So, again, that is Brocade Boulevard by StoneStreet Stitchworks. And so I realized after I did my last video, I had a piece that I'd stitched on, didn't even show it to you, completely forgot about it. So I am using this piece for one of the full coverage fanatics Facebook groups. They have the national parks, and I forget now which arches I think I did on this. So there was a Saturday before the whole shutdown even went into effect. Didn't have anything going on. I was just hanging out at home stitching, and I had like 1,300 stitches to finish up that particular park, and so I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna stitch, and I stitched all day long. And so I did get that national parks done. I've since done a lot more than that. I am filling in, I believe I'm working on page 9. So this is Mini Stitching Moon by Aimee Stewart from Heaven and Earth. I just love this piece. I've been so focused on my eagles that I've barely even touched this since I started it seems. But yeah, I'm loving it. So I am working over here, just it's really just a ton of blue, maybe 5 or 6 different shades of blue, so it's really not looking like a whole lot. So I guess didn't really miss a whole lot by me not sharing it last week, but yeah, just definitely working my way through that blue background. Again, this is mini version of the Stitching Moon from Aimee Stewart. Literally, it's just blue background. Got a little bit of that yellow star showing up right here. I do believe I want to say it's like the bottom of the moon coming up is going to be what's going to be right in here. So, Needleminder is one that I made. It is a crushed penny. I made it in Times Square. The M&M store in Times Square had a machine, and it's too cute. So, I've got it all rolled up here, but I love all of those colors. Those stars, they pop against that blue background. Again, I believe this is page 9, so you can see all of the different shades of blue that are showing up on there. But it's coming along. Alrighty, so next piece, I believe it was last Saturday. Love this bag. Just love those colors. Got that on Etsy. I don't remember the name of the store. I can put it down below. So I believe it was last Saturday I decided to pull this one out. It is Music Wings by Ursula Michael, and I'm loving the colors on this. So I believe my last video I had the butterfly completely done. So then the other day when I picked it up, I just worked on all of these little swirlies, and I've got music. So the Stitching Moon is just stitched on a piece of 16 count white Aida, 2 threads over 1, of course, on Aida, full cross. And this is stitched on a piece of 16 count, picture this plus coastal is the color, and I love it. I just love it. The colors pop. So the design says that the model was stitched on a piece of 14 count white Aida. I knew that I didn't want just plain white, so I found this piece of material just on 123, and best decision I could have made on that. So yeah, I'm loving how this one is coming together. It's I feel like there's definitely still a lot to go, but yet I feel like I could really get it done if I just actually focused on it. So yeah, maybe make it a focusing piece again. Again, that is Music Wings, Ursula Michael. And music has definitely been an important part of my life. And so my sister knows me well since she's the one who bought me the pattern. And the last whip that I have to show you, of course, is my eagles. I'm loving this piece. So since I showed it last, I have finished 2 pages, I guess it was. It was a partial page, so I didn't, last time I was working on it, I finished page 34, and then 35 was just a couple of, like 10 block wide, so I just finished it all up as one. And then I have started working on, man, kind of shaking here, working on page 36 now, I guess it would be. And I'm obsessed with this piece. After finishing that last page, I have done the math. I've got a spreadsheet that was released by Heaven and Earth where you can track all of your stitching, that I am 72% complete on it. And the pages that I have left out of the pattern, I have 6 full page pattern pages left, and then 8, I believe it is, partial pages left. And so I figured out that to get it finished by the end of the year, I would have to stitch 6,400 stitches each month to have it done by the end of the year. So who knows if I'll actually do it the way I've been obsessed with it. Yeah, that seems possible. Other times, I mean, I can easily do more than 6,000 stitches in a month, but that's working on other pieces. So I don't know. I have no deadline to get this thing finished, but when I saw that I could, that was the numbers, it just kind of one of those things of, I wonder if I can do it. So this is going to be a little difficult to get it all in one, in the camera view. And there it is, as long as I don't fall over in the process. I'm just loving it. Absolutely, absolutely love it. So come in a little closer here with it. So the last time you saw it, I was working over here. I had finished that eagle head so far anyways, and then I was working on finishing out the flag and background there. And then of course, because I can't put this thing down, I immediately went right to, and it's starting another row of pages and working through that. More blue and working through that. Needleminder is from Gina's Unique Boutique. I will explain that further here in a minute. But United We Stand. Figured this was a perfect needleminder for this piece, of course. So honoring the Twin Towers there. I absolutely love that one. So loving my eagles. So it's coming along. I don't have a whole lot left of the material to go. There's the bottom of it, but I got a lot of border on this. When I ordered the material, I told the shop that, here's the dimensions that I needed. They didn't do any kind of fussy cutting, and they just were able to give me the piece that they had on hand. So it was definitely bigger than I needed. But, yeah, so there's my eagles. I love them. Cannot put these guys down. So that's all of the whips that I have. I do have a tiny bit of haul here. They're all stuck together. Needleminders. So again, I just mentioned Gina's Unique Boutique. Not boutique. Gina's Unique Needleminders on Etsy. So, I have ordered multiple times from her shop. I love them. So I don't know, a week or two. It's been a couple weeks now, I guess. One night, just bored, I'm sure, like the rest of us have been online, and I decided to buy some Needleminders. So this one, I had to get it a couple weeks prior to that. There was a, the ads on Facebook that show the different sweatshirts and t-shirts that you can get, cute little sayings and whatnot. I actually found this one on a hoodie. So when I found it on a Needleminder, I'm like, well, I don't need the hoodie, but definitely needed the Needleminder. So it says, in a world of bookworms, be a book dragon. So it is just so cute. I had to get it. And then one of these is actually a bonus one that she provided to me. So it was the black cat here that Gina threw in as a free gift for me, which I greatly appreciate it. But of course, you saw stitches, so I got my black cat magic potion one. And then had to get one with my name on it. My real name is not Amanda, it is definitely Mandy. And so it was not always the easiest for me to find the, the license plates with your name on it as a kid, and the pencils and all of that kind of stuff. And so I don't remember having a whole lot of that kind of stuff growing up. So when I saw that she had one with my name on it, I had to snag it. So very pretty. I love these plastic flat. They're thin, but so they keep your needle really well, and Gina uses really strong magnets. And then some other pretty ones that I found. This is the last of them. So again, got my awesome eagle. I'm gonna have to switch that one out or just add it to my piece, aren't I? And then I loved the little sugar skull cat. It's too cute. Little skeleton. And then I found this one. I just thought it was so pretty. It's a bumblebee, and pretty fitting since my screen name is Stitching Bee, right? bees isn't my favorite thing. It was just a matter of when I was trying to come up with a new email address that kind of popped into my head. So didn't really mean any, I'm not obsessed with bees or anything, but I found that one. It was very pretty. I love the colors on it. So yeah, so I guess that's about it. I've really been stitching more than anything. I have read a couple of books, I guess, since with everything being down. Sorry about that. Cat decided she wanted to walk across the table. Thank you, Stitches. And so, yeah, I finished reading Jessica Simpson's autobiography, Open Book. That was a really good book. I didn't realize all that she had gone through. I loved the TV show Newlyweds back in the day, and so didn't really realize everything that they had gone through, I guess. So, but it was definitely a good book. So if you like reading autobiographies, it was a good one. And then I did finish reading, so there's an author, her name is Marie Force. Check her out, she's awesome. She's written over 70 books now. And so she's got a series called Gansett Island series, and it is based off of Block Island in Rhode Island. Beautiful place. I've actually had a chance to go there a couple years ago. She hosted a readers weekend where she invites you to come out, and she's got a excursion to Block Island, so you can kind of experience the things that her books, are based off of. So it was a fun trip. Me and my sister got to go in 2018. Met her, Marie Force. She's awesome. Very cool person. So I finished her. It's not the very last one in the Gansett Island. There's one more left. So easy read. So if you are looking for a new author, check her out. She's got a number of series to fit a few different genres. So, but yeah, I think that's about it. We are going to snag the cat before she jumps up on the bookcase. Again, that has been her favorite place to go for some reason. So I hope everyone is doing well. Stay home, keep stitching. I do appreciate everyone who has been watching, liking, subscribing, and appreciate everybody. So stay well, stay home. And much love to the Flosstube community. Take care.